Welcome to the deep dive. Our whole mission here is pretty simple. We take that huge, honestly overwhelming stack of AI news, all the articles, the research, and we just try to carve out the insights that actually matter.
Right. We want you to feel like you've got the whole picture fast.
And if there was ever a week where the tectonic plates of AI really shifted, this was it.
Oh, absolutely. It felt like we were watching two massive and frankly completely conflicting trends just collide head on.
Okay, so what are they?
On one side, you have this incredible financial consolidation. I mean, a huge strategic move by NVIDIA.
And on the other?
Relentless, high-speed, open-source innovation. We're talking international players dropping free models that are challenging, every single big name out there.
That tension right there, consolidation versus democratization, that's the heart of this deep dive. How is this landscape being reshaped by, I guess, a $20 billion deal on one hand and completely free, cutting-edge code on the other?
And more importantly, what does it actually mean for you if you're building or even just using AI today?
So let's start with the big money, the hardware giant.
It has to start with NVIDIA. They made a move that just, it signals how incredibly serious the competition has become. And what's fascinating here is the sheer scale of the money they're willing to spend to neutralize a threat.
And that threat has a name, Groq. The reports on this they're eye-watering. NVIDIA has reportedly made a deal, a non-exclusive licensing deal, valued at a stunning $20 billion.
Which is just wild when you think about it.
I mean, just 3 months ago, Groq was valued at $6.9 billion. This is 3 times that. It's being called NVIDIA's largest deal ever.
And the way the deal is structured is, well, it's a masterclass in strategic maneuvering.
How so?
It seems like it's designed to avoid the lengthy antitrust reviews that a full-on acquisition would trigger. So officially, it's a licensing agreement.
So Groq is still its own company?
Technically, yes. It remains independent now with its former CFO, Simon Edwards, as the new CEO.
Okay, but hang on. If it's just a license and Groq is still independent, why is everyone calling this a strategic kill shot?
Because the devil, as always, is in the details, specifically the talent.
Ah, the acqui-hire, but on a massive scale.
Exactly. This isn't just about the silicon, it's about neutralizing the human capital threat. Reports suggest 90% of Groq's employees are joining NVIDIA.
90%?
Yep, including the founder, Jonathan Ross, and the president, Sunny Madra. They're all moving over to basically advance and scale the very technology NVIDIA just licensed.
So NVIDIA gets the IP and all the minds that created it.
That's the move.
Which brings us to the core question. What on earth did Jonathan Ross and his team build that was so threatening it was worth a $20 billion countermove?
Well, Ross has a history here. He's known for challenging NVIDIA. He was a key figure at Google, helping develop their first tensor processing unit, the TPU.
Right, the TPU was built specifically to compete with NVIDIA's GPUs.
Precisely, for large-scale machine learning. So when he left Google, he founded Groq, and they focused on a custom chip called the language processing unit, or LPU.
The LPU, that's the secret weapon, and its focus is on inference, right, the recurring cost.
Exactly, and we should probably distinguish that clearly. You have training.
Yeah.
The huge one-time cost of teaching the AI.
And then you have inference.
Which is what happens every single time you chat with an AI, every time it generates a response. It happens constantly all over the world, and that's where the massive recurring cloud and energy costs are.
And Groq didn't just make a small improvement to inference speed?
No, not at all. They completely blew it up. Their chip runs inference 10 times faster.
10 times?
10 times faster while using 1/10 of the energy.
Wow.
So if you're a cloud provider, or really anyone running AI at scale, that difference is just enormous. The RPU was a genuine threat to NVIDIA's dominance because it attacked the most frequent, most costly part of the entire AI workflow.
So this is the ultimate move to maintain control, not just by owning the market, but by absorbing the competition before it can even get to scale.
And they made it very attractive for the talent to come over.
Yeah, I saw that. The financial incentives were unique.
Right. We don't need to get into all the corporate finance weeds. But the main takeaway is that about 85% of that massive fee is dispersed up front.
Speed and loyalty. And for the employees joining NVIDIA, they get cash for their vested shares. But the really strategic part was about the newer employees.
Exactly. They removed the vesting cliff for anyone who'd been there less than a year.
Which is a huge deal.
It's pure talent acquisition strategy. Normally, you have to wait a year to get any ownership. By removing that, NVIDIA guarantees that even the most junior, most promising new hires get a big cash payout right away.
Making it a no-brainer to move over. They're buying the competition's future.
Okay, so that's the consolidation side of the coin. A massive, strategic, expensive move to secure the hardware future.
But now we have to talk about the other side, what's happening in open source, which is moving at lightning speed, and it's free.
Exactly. While NVIDIA is playing this long, strategic hardware game, international players, especially from China, are dropping software that completely upends the economic model of AI.
This is where it gets really fascinating, because the pressure here isn't just technical, it's economic. Let's talk about these free coding models. Z.ai's GLM 4.7.
Okay, so this model is now ranked number 6 on the global WebDev leaderboard. That's just behind Google's Gemini 3 Pro.
And reportedly ahead of GPT-5 in some tests.
Yes, but the crucial detail, the part that makes this an economic bomb, is that the entire model, the full weights, is public. It's totally free to download.
So think about what that means if you're building a product.
It means you don't pay.
You just eliminate the recurring API call fees, the very thing that subscription models like GitHub Copilot are built on.
You can just host this thing yourself, run it locally. And when it was tested on real-world coding benchmarks, it scored 73.8%. That puts it right alongside expensive commercial models like Claude 4.5.
I read about one of the practical tests in the sources. Someone asked it to build a real-time stock ticker dashboard.
Right, a really complex prompt.
Super specific. A single HTML file, dark theme, neon accents, sparkline charts, and it had to use only vanilla JavaScript.
And it nailed it.
On the first try. That kind of quality and specificity for free is the very definition of disruption.
And it's not just one challenger. There's also MiniX's M2.1. Most of the early coding models were really Python focused.
Right, for data science and whatnot.
But M2.1 is a polyglot. It's built for professional dev teams. It handles JavaScript, Swift, Kotlin, Rust, Go, the languages people use every day to build apps.
And the feedback on it has been about the quality of the output, right?
Yeah, developers are saying that when you ask it to build a full app, it doesn't look like some buggy prototype. It looks finished, production ready, clean UI, smooth animations.
And it's faster.
Nearly twice as fast as similar models. So you have this complete dichotomy, a $20 billion deal to acquire hardware speed, and at the exact same moment, free software is dropping that's outperforming the expensive stuff.
It really does raise that fundamental question. Is the value in AI ultimately going to be held by the chipmaker or by the community that just releases the best free code?
And we are seeing that question get answered in real time.
Okay, speaking of real-time answers, let's pivot from the chip wars and coding duels to the most exciting part for me, how all this is changing actual industries. The tools being released from NVIDIA, Alibaba, it's just astounding.
Let's start with media production. It's being completely reinvented. NVIDIA just launched a free tool called Vision.
And this thing just radically simplifies video pre-production. It sounds like it cuts weeks of work into seconds.
It basically does. It has four main features. The first is boards.
Right. Boards generates a complete 9-shot storyboard, a 3x3 grid from just one text prompt, so it immediately sets up the flow of your scene.
And once you have your scene, you use looks. You can take that one concept and instantly render it in all these different visual styles. Cinematic, anime, film noir.
So you can nail the aesthetic you want without hiring a concept artist.
Exactly. Then there's angles, which gives you instant camera perspectives. Low angle, wide shot, close up.
Letting a director immediately visualize the composition. And the last one, extract shot, lets you refine or animate any single frame from that storyboard.
It just completely compresses that whole pre-production phase.
Meanwhile, Alibaba is dropping its own strategic open source models, the Qwen-Image-Edit 2511.
This one is huge for anyone who's ever wrestled with image generation. It finally nails character consistency in group photos. That's a massive pain point where other models just fall apart.
Yeah, that's a big one. And it's great for product design too, right? Swapping materials.
Instantly. Change a handbag from carbon fiber to gold with one command.
And their other drop, Fun Audio Chat, that's all about efficiency. It's a voice model that doesn't just transcribe words.
No, it decodes emotion, mood, based on tone, vocal changes.
But the key technical win here for anyone listening is how efficient it is.
It's an 8 billion parameter model, an 8B model, so it's much smaller and faster than the massive models we've been seeing. It runs at 5 frames per second, where most voice AI runs at 25.
Which means what in practical terms?
It means you effectively cut your GPU costs in half,
Yeah.
and it still sounds incredibly natural. It's at the top of the open audio bench list.
Efficiency and capability, driving down costs. That's the theme.
Okay, let's move into what a lot of people see as the real end game for all this. Gaming and robotics.
We have to talk about NVIDIA's new AI, Nitrogen. This is a massive proof of concept.
So Nitrogen taught itself to play over 1,000 video games.
1,000 video games, everything from complex RPGs to unpredictable battle royals. And it did it just by watching people play on YouTube and Twitch.
As long as the streams had controller overlays, it could learn.
It turned millions of hours of streaming into the world's biggest training curriculum. It learned the rules of these complex systems without any explicit programming, just by watching.
So what's the relevance beyond gaming?
This is the critical part. Nitrogen runs on the same underlying brain that NVIDIA uses for its physical robots.
So everything it learns in the game.
Every skill, the timing, the reaction speed, spatial awareness, strategic planning, it's all directly transferable to real-world machines. Gaming has officially become the test bed for advanced robotics. So if that's the proof of concept, let's look at the immediate tactical application, the future of warfare. We have to talk about Palmer Luckey's new demo.
Right, the founder of Oculus. His company, Anduril, demoed the EagleEye military headset.
And the tech is just stunning. It's got real-time translation, enemy tracking, but the big feature is what he called X-ray vision.
It's basically a shared tactical map projected onto your vision. If a drone or another soldier spots an enemy, the system projects their location right into your view.
Even if the target is behind a wall.
Even if they're behind a wall or hidden by cover, It's centralized intelligence delivered as immediate, decentralized awareness.
And the hardware is incredible. The whole AI and processing unit, it's housed in the soldier's bulletproof plate.
Right in their protective gear. Robust, decentralized tactical computing. A perfect example of high-stakes, real-world AI.
Okay, so let's connect all this back to the developer or the product manager listening right now. The competitive edge is being defined by these new developer tools.
You have to move at the speed of this innovation. And that means advanced coding agents and workflow utilities. Let's start with OpenAI. Their Codex just got an update.
Skills, right?
Skills.
Yeah.
They're basically saved, long-term memory instructions. Think about a dev team that needs all its code notes formatted the exact same way.
Or a specific review checklist followed every single time.
You just set up that instruction once as a skill, and Codex remembers it forever. It's about ensuring perfect consistency across a massive team without any manual oversight.
And while consistency is key, so is speed. Windsurf is turning up the heat with SWE 1.5.
Their flagship model. And they made it free for 3 months, which is aggressive. But the standout feature is running multiple AI agents in parallel.
Which others can't really do yet.
Not like this. You can launch a team of agents at the same time. One is fixing bugs, another is building a new feature, a third is writing tests. All working side by side. It's like having an entire junior engineering team working at once.
That speed and democratization of high-level features is what it's all about. Let's do a few other practical tools that are defining developer efficiency right now.
Okay, first, data ingestion. Redo is critical. It takes all your messy documents, handwritten notes, scanned PDFs, and turns them into clean, structured data that's instantly ready for an AI app.
It kills the most tedious part of data prep.
Then there's automation. Agent S2 from Similar AI. It's an open source agent that literally controls your computer. It clicks through steps like a real person to edit a spreadsheet or fill out a web form.
Desktop automation.
And finally, a couple for creative output. Noise AI can clone any voice from just 3 seconds of audio. Perfect for creators who need consistent voiceovers.
And for anyone launching a product, Luckey Build creates a polished landing page instantly from just a text description. No more design mockups.
These are the kinds of tools that are just setting the new standard for what's possible.
It's incredible. We started this deep dive with NVIDIA's massive $20 billion strategic deal, a move designed to kill a hardware threat from Groq.
But then, immediately, we pivoted to completely free open source models like GLM 4.7 that are outperforming expensive commercial models.
We've seen an AI learn 1,000 video games to train robots, and we've seen X-ray vision running on a soldier's chest plate.
The tension is palpable. You have this centralized, well-funded consolidation, like NVIDIA's strategy, clashing directly with this worldwide, democratized instant innovation from the open source community.
The line between sci-fi and reality is it's fading faster than anyone thought.
It really is.
Which I think leaves us with a final, really provocative thought for you to chew on this week.
If a $20 billion licensing deal is what's required to neutralize a hardware threat that moves 10 times faster, what price can you even put on a completely free open source model that outperforms its expensive rivals?
Is the future of AI going to be defined by who owns the hardware or by who releases the best free code?
That question is going to shape everything for the next decade. We covered a lot of ground. Thank you for joining us on the Deep Dive.
We'll see you next time.